Well, here we go. We go down back to the start line where all the stories are started and some of them finished, because right now James Deane isn't on the start line. He's back in the paddock with spark plug issues. They can't get that car to run on 8 cylinders. They're struggling to work out what's wrong with the car. Oliver Randalou, on the other hand, is warming tyres. As soon as he pulls to that start line, the 2-minute clock will be sold, and there you go. You see our marshal down there with James. He said 2 minutes to go. They have 2 minutes to get that car from the paddock to the start line to activate the battle.
And it's not a short drive. It's not like this is next door. He's basically on the opposite end of the track where we're seeing that large outside zone. They're even further back from that as we see the clock tick down. The next 1 minute and 50 seconds is going to determine the future of James Deane, potentially the future of the entire championship right here, because of 2 cylinders. So hopefully, I'm really hoping this ends up just being a spark plug wire issue or something small like that, but you don't know. These engines are so high strung, and they really beat these cars into submission every single run.
Yeah, it is. It's like a wrestling match between the driver and the car some of these times, because the driver is wrestling this car into doing what it needs to do. Here he goes, the bonnet shuts on James Deane's car. He fires it up. It sounds like it could be running on 8 cylinders. He looks at the dash, and you can hear a miss. You know these cars. He looks across to the cameraman and he says, is it enough? He doesn't know. He shakes his head. He slams it in gear. He says, well, look, we only have one opportunity, Jacob, and that's just to go for it. Yeah. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, we tried everything we could. Drama already at round 2 at Drift Masters 2025 as James Deane makes his way to the start line. This is hanging on by a thread. 50 seconds to go. He's going to make it in time, I'll tell you that. But will the car make it to the end of this run? Yeah, and really, James isn't going to know exactly how this car is running or operating until he makes it into the burnout box. It's the same story we saw with Dave Egan, where, okay, everything runs, it seems okay, gets into the burnout box, realizes there's an issue, and goes to send it anyways. James Deane's got a full engine sitting in those pits. I know they thought about swapping it, and I know they looked at the time and said, I don't think it can happen. And this is it. 20 seconds remain for James Deane to get that car to the lines. You can see him firing down what is, I believe, the front straight of this racetrack. Yeah, and he's already trying to scrub in those front tires on the way over, because he's not going to have a lot of time to scrub in the back. So. No, he certainly isn't. He's probably been doing a little bit of tyre warming as much as he can. Yeah, look, and he's been given the signal. He made it in time, just about. But yeah, our start line Marshall Martin's like, look, we need to go. And look at Oliver Randalou in the car. He's like, hey, I've been sat here for 2 minutes. I need to re-warm my tyres. Yeah. Oh, look at this. And Randalou now starts to put on a protest. I mean, I get it. So let's see here. They just say they timed out. He's been disqualified from competition. No Oliver way. Randalou gives a signal to say it's been 2 minutes. Randalou leaves the line, and James Deane is disqualified at the line. Wow. This is something we are going to be talking about for a very, very long time. But at the end of the day, the rules are the rules. You have 2 minutes. Everybody plays by the same clock. And this one ran out on James Deane. Yeah, look at James Deane. He accepts the fate, and he shakes our start line Marshall Martin's hand and says, look, what can I do? Yeah. He knew he couldn't fire that car into that first turn without warming the tyres. No. It's too risky. It's too dangerous. James has already been in a situation this weekend that he was so upset about, he didn't even want to talk about it with anyone else. And James wouldn't take that risk again. That's because he is the machine, the sportsman, an unbelievable driver that has done this time and time again. Oliver Randalou, look, he sat there and said, I'm not messing around. The clock says go, I'm going. Listen, they're all friends at the end of the day, but before that, at the beginning of the day, they're competitors. And that's it. These are the rules. You know, there's no special treatment here.